Where are we in regard to reaching a ceasefire agreement in Lebanon?
Hello, good morning, everybody. We're in the middle of the war right now. We're not in the ceasefire yet. We're still waiting for Netanyahu's approval of the ceasefire. The Lebanese government has approved the points raised by Mr. Amos Hochstein, and we're in the middle of nowhere. We're still under bombardment, under air raids, and we're expecting the decision of the Israeli army and the Israeli government.
So, when if Israel's airstrikes are still ongoing, as you've mentioned, and as we've been seeing, even including today, why would the U.S. State Department believe that Israel is about achieving its objectives in Lebanon and we're close to a ceasefire deal?
The US government is seeking a ceasefire very quickly. They are trying to convince the Lebanese government of the points raised by Amos Hochstein and as well the Israeli government and Benjamin Netanyahu's government as and the Israeli army. The US government is pushing hard for a ceasefire for different reasons, and we are expecting the answer of the Israeli army. Now, like 10 minutes ago, we have heard the news that the Israeli army have accepted or would like is likely for a ceasefire in the region, but it's not clear when and where and how and regarding which points.
But it's up to Netanyahu at this point.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
It's up to Netanyahu until this
It's
point, isn't it?
until now, it's up to Netanyahu to approve the points and the approval of the Lebanese government.
All
The
right.
Lebanese
Regarding
answer was
Netanyahu, how might the decision by the ICC today regarding Netanyahu and Yoav Gallant perhaps impact any kind of ceasefire agreements or talks or negotiations at the moment?
I think the Lebanese government has sent a positive answer or gave a positive answer to Amos Hochstein, and the only pending point is the approval of the 13 points of the Israeli army, which are the points that were discussed with the Lebanese government. If approved, we will go into a 60-day ceasefire as a part
Right.
one of
I'm
agreement.
I'm talking about today's decision by the ICC issuing arrest warrants for Netanyahu and Gallant. How can this affect or impact any kind of ceasefire negotiations at the moment, if it can?
It will impact it can't affect the decision. If they need a ceasefire, it will be approved by the Israeli army and it will be done, implemented. The ICC decision is not would not affect a ceasefire decision,
All right.
not positively, neither negatively.
All right. How do you view the statements made by Hezbollah's Secretary General Naim Qassem yesterday about the continuation of operations and what is the potential impact on a ceasefire agreement in Lebanon?
I think Hezbollah have approved a ceasefire yesterday, regardless of the speech of Sheikh Naim Qassem. Sheikh Naim Qassem said clearly that they will continue the execution of their activities, but in general. But they gave the Lebanese government an answer that they are
But
positive
wouldn't
regarding
that
it.
put the whole ceasefire agreement in jeopardy as one of the most important controversial points perhaps in the ceasefire deal and negotiations is the continuing operations of Hezbollah and the freedom that Israel wants to retaliate if any of these operations continue?
The approval of Hezbollah was to withdraw from the close areas, from the tangible points, from the points close to the Israeli borders and beyond the Litani River. So they approved the points raised by the US government, and they will keep their troops and their forces behind the Litani River. It means that Hezbollah approved the points raised by the U.S. government and by the special envoy of the U.S. government to Lebanon, which means whatever Sheikh Naim Qasim said does not disregard what was said by the Lebanese government. This is something, and the points, what the speech of Sheikh Naim Qasim is different. So Hezbollah approved a ceasefire and the points raised by the U.S. government, regardless of the speech of Sheikh Naim Qasim.